We are at a turning point. We are at a new phase of the pandemic.
Right now, why health experts say they are feeling optimistic as the temperatures start to rise.
Plus, the city of Madison hopes the third time is a charm. It's announcing plans for a permanent homeless shelter for men.
And new information from the National Weather Service, why they say this weekend's tornado developed too quickly for a proper warning. News 3 Now at 10 starts right now. Thank you for joining us tonight. Little by little, COVID-19 is going away, at least based on the latest numbers from the World Health Organization. New global cases have declined by 5% and deaths have dropped 8%.
But perspective is also important here. Worldwide cases still topped more than 10 million last week, and all told, more than 6 million people around the world have died. In Wisconsin, things are still looking up, though. Only one county is still in the very high category, and that's Buffalo County in western Wisconsin. We're averaging just more than 400 new cases per day with 9 deaths.
Even with the decline in COVID cases, experts are not yet ready to make the move from pandemic to endemic. But as Tahalil Mohadin explains, local health officials say there are still reasons to celebrate.
A rapid downward trend in COVID cases has health officials in our area pretty excited.
Our healthcare workers really have needed a break, and we're starting to catch our breath and starting to look forward to the new normal.
Week after week since mid-January, public health tracking a steady drop.
These metrics surrounding cases are the lowest levels we've seen since about mid-August of last year.
But this isn't the first time cases have gone down only to go back up again. Yet UW Health Dr. Dan Shirley says this time is a little different.
The combo of vaccination and prior infection seems to keep things in check for the variants we know about.
Still, doctors say we're not out of the woods just yet. One potential hurdle, spring break.
We're going to have a lot of people traveling now again. What could that bring? We don't know.
Something they'll be watching closely.
The journey in front of us would be that are there variants out there that might happen in other parts of the world that slip through our defenses that we have so far? Is that a possibility? Absolutely.
And though the future is unknown, SSM's Dr. David Ottenbaker says they're still planning for it.
People are doing research about, do we want to provide a fall vaccine, looking at some of the variants and putting a vaccine together.
With his reminder, though it may not feel like it now, eventually all pandemics end. Health officials say in order to help prevent future variants, it's even more important now to stay up to date with vaccine doses. They also still encourage masking in higher COVID risk situations.
And new tonight, Pfizer is now testing a COVID-19 antiviral treatment for children. Today, the drug company announced it has started the second and third test phases for Paxlovid in children ages 6 to 17. The FDA has already authorized the drug for high-risk people who are 12 and older and weigh at least 88 pounds.
Next at 10, we're seeing new video tonight showing just how powerful the deadly tornado was that tore through Iowa over the weekend. And you can see the doors of this public works building getting ripped off and then sent flying. 7 people were killed across the state this weekend, including 4 from the same family. And locally, the National Weather Service says the EF1 tornado that touched down near Stoughton happened too quickly for the sirens to go off. The National Weather Service says it uses a combination of radar technology and on-the-ground spotters. But sometimes those systems aren't enough. Nearly 200 homes were damaged, costing an estimated $216,000 in public sector costs. Well, let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast now with meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
It does still seem so crazy to talk about severe weather and the warm weather we had this weekend, where right now it's pretty cold outside on the patio, and we still have a few more days of winter-like weather ahead before we head into the weekend. 33 the high for today, about 7 degrees below average. We started the day off in the low 20s, pretty close to average for us. And we're expecting a cold trend to continue for us through the rest of the work week. Our breeze coming in from the northwest that's helping to keep these temperatures pretty cool. Compared to this time yesterday, it is a degree or a bit of a drop for us throughout southern Wisconsin. 22 in Madison, 27 in Janesville, and about 19 in the Dells right now. Now, as we look ahead to tomorrow, plan on a variably cloudy sky, so a little more cloud coverage than sunshine and another cool day. High temperatures will be in the upper 20s. At this point, I know I sound a little like a broken record for the next few days with this cold trend holding on, but for the second half of the weekend and next week, it does look like we're going to hit a milder stretch. We'll take a closer look at that temperature profile in just a few minutes.
Next tonight, the Wisconsin Department of Justice says it has turned over case files to the Dane County District Attorney's Office following the DOJ's investigation into an MPD shooting in January. Police shot at and hit a suspect on January 11th after the man allegedly fired at officers during an attempted arrest in an apartment complex near the intersection of Northport and Dryden Drives. They were taken to the hospital, but we haven't gotten an update on their condition since. The officer or officers involved still have not been named either. Tomorrow night, the Madison Police Department will be hosting another public meeting about a potential pilot program to outfit officers with body cameras. They have hosted several recently as they try to sell the idea to the public and members of the City Council who've tended to shy away from the proposal for several years. The meeting will be held virtually between 6:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. tomorrow. Chief Barnes will make a presentation during the meeting and will also field questions afterwards. People attending the meeting will have the chance to make public comments after the presentation, and written statements will also be collected.
2 Florida teenagers were shot in an apparent drive-by outside of a high school in Miami Gardens today. Family members said the 2 victims, an 18-year-old senior at the school and the other a 17-year-old junior. The suspect vehicle left the scene, which then led to a pursuit. Suspects inside the vehicle shot at an officer. Multiple people were eventually arrested. Opening statements began today in the trial of 4 men accused of plotting to kidnap Michigan Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Prosecutors say the men are members of a militia group who planned to kidnap and hold her until a ransom was paid. The alleged plot happened in 2020 after Whitmer imposed a number of pandemic restrictions and after former President Trump lashed out against her. The trial is expected to take 4 to 5 weeks.
Teachers striking for a second day in Minneapolis today are rallying at the state capitol. School teachers say they want education fully funded for Minnesota students, and they want lawmakers to use the state's $9 billion surplus to pay for it. Educators are calling for better pay and working conditions for teachers and support staff, smaller class size, and further mental health support for students. New tonight, a D.C. police officer's suicide after the January 6th Capitol attack has been declared a line-of-duty death. That means the widow of Officer Jeffrey Smith will be eligible for full benefits. His wife, Erin, had been fighting the Police Retirement and Relief Board for months. Forensic investigators were able to prove that Officer Smith suffered a traumatic brain injury on January 6th. Under the declaration, Officer Smith is now officially considered a fallen hero. The city of Madison is hoping the 3rd time is the charm for the city's permanent homeless shelter. After the first 2 spots fell through, a new location announced today on Bartillon Drive, right by Rindall Park on the city's east side. If all gets ironed out here, the city would start building this $9 million project early next year. In the meantime, the new temporary location would move off of 1st Street, where the public market is expected to start construction this fall.
Well, next at 10, the Kremlin is accusing the United States of declaring a different kind of war with Russia. In a conference call with reporters today, a Russian government spokesperson spoke about U.S. energy and fuel embargoes. He says the U.S. is responsible for starting what he called an economic war. Ukraine's Chernobyl nuclear power plant, seized by Russian forces, has lost power today. The International Energy Agency tweeted that it has been informed by Ukraine of the power loss. Ukraine's foreign minister said reserve diesel generators only have a 48-hour capacity to power the plant. After that, cooling systems will stop and make radiation leaks imminent. Vice President Kamala Harris landed in Warsaw, Poland today. And while overseas, the White House says she will reinforce America's dedication to NATO and highlight U.S. support for Ukraine. The vice president will also have meetings with the leaders of Poland and Romania in response to Putin's invasion.
As Russia's war on Ukraine rages on, more devastation came to the port city of Mariupol today with an airstrike that brought destruction and injuries to a maternity hospital. Ukraine's president said there were children under the wreckage and called the strike a war crime. While the Biden administration slaps tough economic sanctions on Russia, the Pentagon announced it does not support the idea of transferring additional aircraft to the Ukrainian Air Force.
The intelligence community has assessed that the transfer of MiG-29s to Ukraine may be mistaken as escalatory. and could result in a significant Russian reaction that might increase the prospects of a military escalation with NATO.
Now the White House is warning that Russia could possibly use chemical or biological weapons in Ukraine or create a false flag operation using them. In the war's second week, Ukraine's military continues to hold back Russia's invading troops from gaining control of any major city.
And check this out, Greenpeace activists and volunteers are holding up torches and Ukrainian flags as they stood forming a giant peace sign at Hero Square in Budapest tonight. More than 1,500 people took part. Greenpeace says it condemns the war and demands an immediate cessation of fighting and the withdrawal of Russian troops from Ukraine. Well, still to come tonight, $1 million worth of high-end cars are stolen from a dealership. We'll show you the security footage as it all happened.
Plus, a slow-speed cow chase.
What?
Yep, on a Los Angeles freeway. How it played out when we come back.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Overture Center's beloved Family Series is back. We'll have a sneak peek at performances that'll make you sing, dance, and laugh at Kids in the Rotunda.
And temperatures trending warmer over the next couple of weeks. I'm hot the forecast tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine full power. And liftoff. Falcon 9, 7,
Does anyone take a deep breath before
I know,
that happens? I did. Well, that's SpaceX today launching 49 new Starlink satellites into low orbit today. The launch from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida went off without a hitch. Starlink can provide internet services to rural areas all around the world. More good news for potential job seekers today. The U.S. again has a record number of job openings. In January, there were 11.3 million open jobs. But the bad news, there just aren't enough workers. That's the latest from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And get this, 4.3 million people quit their jobs at the start of the year, looking for better pay.
Well, check this out. We have new video tonight of a cow on the loose on the 210 freeway in Los Angeles today, and it kept crews pretty busy trying to wrangle it. From the air, the animal could be seen zigzagging between cars and at one point trying to actually go into a building. Crews finally got the cow penned in at a parking lot, but he escaped by climbing some back stairs to a roadway, and the cow was finally lassoed in a yard and released in a pen a short time later. A Maryland man who received the world's first pig heart transplant has died. The University of Maryland Medical Center made the announcement today. Doctors say David Bennett had been battling terminal heart disease and was deemed ineligible for a conventional heart transplant or artificial heart pump. The center said the transplanted pig heart performed well for several weeks with no sign of rejection. A heist in Illinois mirrors the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, but in this case it should be called Gone in 6 Hours. Caught on camera, 6 thieves lifted 14 high-end used vehicles from a dealership Monday in Evanston. We're talking Porsches, Mercedes, and Audis, together worth nearly $1 million. The heist included 3 visits to the dealership. The stolen cars make up nearly half of its inventory.
Wow. Well, Tinder is adding background checks. Starting this week, users of the dating app will see a background check tool in the app's safety center. It's part of a partnership between Tinder's parent company, Match Group, and Garbo, a nonprofit background check provider focused on gender-based violence awareness and prevention. Garbo currently searches public records of arrests, convictions, and sex offender registries across the U.S. where accessible. The International House of Pancakes, or as you know it, IHOP, is opening IBOP, an international bank of pancakes. It's a loyalty program on the restaurant's app. Instead of coins, you earn pan coins that can trade in for pancakes. This is part of a bigger trend of restaurants seeing more and more people using different food apps and buying meals online, which has opened the door to ramp up app-based loyalty programs.
I'm so glad. The upscale athleisure company Lululemon is taking its first step into the shoe business. The company announced it is releasing a new running shoe called Blissfeel. This is the first shoe the company has released. The sneaker costs $148 and comes in 10 colors. The company says the new shoe will be available for purchase starting March 22nd in select stores. Here's Dana Fulton, and you
am I talking about pancakes or shoes?
I don't know. Well,
you can get the new shoes to go get the pancakes.
To go get the pancakes.
You'll see the cow running by.
Yeah, that's true.
And chase the cow. For the record, we are a Waffle House weather office. If you know anything about Gary Canalti, it is Waffle House. That's the go-to.
He can tell you exactly where they are.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes, we're not kidding. We're not kidding. All right, weather now, guys. We're going to focus on that. It's going to be colder outside for the next few days through Saturday. So for the first half of the weekend, we're still chilly. The second half of the weekend does get a little more comfortable outside. For tomorrow, there's a small chance for some light flurries and snowfall, but that's really trending south of Madison into northern Illinois. I think most of the area isn't going to see any snowflakes swirling around. Next week, high temperatures will be in the 50s for most of the week, in the 40s a few times, but still upper 40s, close to 50 degrees. Doppler track is quiet throughout Wisconsin. We have some light snow off to the southwest. That's going to continue to build in, again, with a small chance for us to see some flurries south of Madison tomorrow. Much of that is going to continue to pull further south. Temperatures tonight falling down to the mid to low teens with our breeze coming in from the northwest. Afternoon highs tomorrow landing in the mid-20s, so it is going to be colder outside, mid to upper 20s for us tomorrow. With a variably cloudy sky, we have that small chance for some light flurries, but really not expecting much with this brief opportunity to see a few snowflakes. For Friday, we have the slight chance for flurries yet again during the afternoon. This line passes through. A cold front brings some cooler temperatures, not a lot of moisture along with it, though. Notice early in the day, our breeze coming in from the southwest. Once this line does pass through, our breeze then coming in from the northwest. That's going to lead to a colder start to the day on Saturday. Saturday morning, temperatures dropping down to the single digits with our overnight wind chills trending below 0 early in the day. So again, the first half of the weekend cold outside, and then we see a milder trend pulling into Sunday and next week. 27 the high for Madison tomorrow. variably cloudy sky with a small chance for some flurries to the south. Our 6 to 10 day and our 8 to 14 day outlook right now trending above average for our temperatures through the Midwest and the East Coast. So we're all expecting to see temperatures trending up for us again through, at that point, the middle of March towards the end of the month. Upper 20s for Thursday. Friday will be in the low 30s. A few small chances for some flurries to pass through, but most of the area is going to stay dry through the weekend. Sunshine for Saturday and Sunday, but a very split forecast as far as temperatures are concerned. For Saturday, we're in the mid-20s. Sunday, in the upper 40s, close to 50 degrees. That's where we'll also be on Monday with a chance for rain showers on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, highs will be in the 50s. And notice overnight low temperatures trending above freezing consistently there for the middle of the week. By the end of the week, it does seem likely we'll have another opportunity for some scattered showers to build back in, but temperature-wise, we'll still be trending above average heading into that following weekend.
And coming up in sports, Giannis was at it again for the Bucks. The numbers he put up against the Hawks, they're next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What do a 20-ounce Coca-Cola and a Quick Trip take-home meal have in common? You know, besides that they're both delicious. They earn you chances to win a brand new Chevy Tahoe in our Coca-Cola Scratch Game. They play the Scratch Game in your Quick Rewards app, and you can win a Chevy Tahoe or other great prizes. Play for free daily in your Quick Rewards app, or purchase any Quick Trip take-home meal, 20-ounce Coca-Cola, or Smart Water to receive even more chances to play and win. Play the Coca-Cola Scratch Game today, and you can eat, drink, and scratch your way behind the wheel of a new Chevy Tahoe.
Walk through Menard's Lighting Showroom and find your style with Patriot Lighting. Plus, save 11% on everything. Shop our full selection of over 7,000 interior lights and find the right one for your home. The Susanna Oil Rubbed Bronze with Brass Accents 3-Light Pendant features a hexagonal orb design and includes vintage bulbs to create a classic look with modern touches. Just $99.99 after sale price and 11% rebate. Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Govan Cars is having a huge winter sale with the largest selection of vehicles under $15,995 or $249 per month. That's right, don't miss out on our winter sale with the best selection of SUVs, cars, or vans under $15,995 or $249 per month. We have one of the largest selections of vehicles in Dane County with over 500 vehicles in stock. So just come on in and ask for me, Crystal the Pistol, Govan. Go to Govan Cars, east or west. You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
These squirrels are better at saving than we are, and more organized, too.
Try embracing your inner squirrel. When you open a BMO Harris Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward every month you save.
That sounds great.
You can also set up savings goals and easily track your progress.
That could help us redo the yard.
You could really go nuts. I'll show myself out.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf and the Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
Everyone's invited to the prom. Get your tickets at overture.org.
I never would have thought that Ron Johnson would have ever been somebody that I can say is family. I remember thinking, wow, he actually came here, but he actually took the time to step in the door and support my husband in a program, in a vision, in a dream. It was like their visions of helping the people were all one glue. And when the two of them got together, they developed a program called the Joseph Project.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Greg Gard used the word optimistic when asked about Johnny Davis's status for the Big Ten tournament. The conference's player of the year, on the other hand, says he's good to go. Now, the Badgers still have time to make that decision. They don't play until Friday. And as far as how they're feeling coming off that 1-point loss to Nebraska, well, there's a little more pep at practice because now it's win or go home.
There's always going to be a little extra juice going into the postseason because, when you lose, you're done. And, our mentality from here on out is not to lose another game.
If you don't have juice or pop at this time of year, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know. This is why you play. This is the best time of year, March Madness. We got all of our goals are in front of us. We've accomplished our goals to this point, but also, we have a lot bigger things in mind. So we're going to start visualizing that. We're going to start manifesting that, and we're getting ready to get to Indy.
Bucks hosting the Hawks, and Giannis one-upped his performance from last night. Tuesday, he scored 39. Tonight, the big man dunked all over Atlanta. 43 points, 12 boards, and 5 assists. Bucks win their 6th straight, 124-115. The state girls basketball tournament tips off tomorrow in Green Bay, and for the first time in school history, Highland will be there. The Cardinals have had a fantastic season. They entered the tourney winners of 22 of their last 23 games, and as Jordan Reed found out, they're ready to prove they belong on the big stage.
They still can't believe it.
To say that we're going to state, I don't know if it's really even sunk in yet.
For the first time in program history, the Highland girls are state-bound.
I'm overwhelmed, but I'm kind of excited, and it's amazing.
While most teams set their sights on state before the season begins, this group took a different approach.
At the beginning of the year, we set goals to be conference champs and then make it to regionals, since that's where we got last year. And then as we got there, we just kept going. We said this could be a possibility.
The game before sectional finals, we said, hey, it's been a dream of every kid here, right, to possibly play in the state championship. And so we just said, let's just leave that there until, the next game.
And that next game proved to be an epic one, as they upset Bangor in the sectional finals.
We knew that it was reality, and we deserved to be at state.
Needless to say, the Cardinals are embracing the underdog status.
We're just going to prove that we deserve to be at the tournament, and we shouldn't be overlooked.
And the team is using that as motivation, entering its first ever state matchup.
We have nothing to lose, right? We're going against Randolph, who's, been ranked first most of the year. They're undefeated. That's a great team, so we're going to go in there and just play our tails off, and I think if we do that, we'll be happy at the end.
And it all begins Friday morning. In Highland, Jordan Reed, News 3 Sports.
Pro Day, a day where you run, jump, bench, and drill in the biggest job interview of your life. That day was today for Wisconsin football, and scouts from all 32 NFL teams and a rep from the XFL were there to watch the former Badgers put on a show. Leo Chanel repped 34 on the bench press. Fayon Hicks ran a 4.37 40, and Scott Nelson posted a 39.5-inch vertical. They all showed out on a day that they're kind of glad is now over.
Oh, man, I couldn't even sleep last night. I got up at 2 in the morning, and not just because I was nervous, but I was just so ready, just anxious to kind of get it over it, man, especially with that 40 being first. I remember I got up at 2 in the morning, was running through my stands.
There's definitely a sense of relief of it being over, and just kind of being able to take a deep breath and just do normal football stuff now, but it was really fun being out there.
And we're back after this.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Gruber Law Offices has been fighting and winning for people injured by big trucks for more than 30 years. One call, that's all.
We love our new apartment.
Great kitchen, open floor plan.
But there's not much privacy.
What happened to your wall?
At least Geico makes bundling our renters and car insurance easy.
Does save us a ton. What's on this chicken?
Paprika.
Paprika! I made it at home.
That's my catchphrase.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Broadway's Tony-winning Best Musical is Dear Evan Hansen. Evan Hansen, May 10th to 15th at Overture Center. Find your tickets at overture.org today.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
Gruber Law Offices has been fighting and winning for people injured by big trucks for more than 30 years. We can help you from the safety and comfort of your own home. Our virtual sign-up process is quick and easy. One call, that's all.
Eric Franke gauges the outlook on new home construction Thursday at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, some pretty cool video today from Antarctica. Scientists have found one of the most famous shipwrecks in history, more than a century after it sank. The ship is named Endurance. It is a wooden ship that sank in 1915 and has been perfectly preserved and frozen in time. Scientists found it nearly 10,000 feet underwater and just 4 miles from where crew logs show it went down. Those white circles you see there, those are dinner plates. The search cost more than $10 million, and it was paid for by an anonymous donor.
It was James Cameron.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
right?
that's probably, we're going to get an IMAX movie out of this 5 years from now. That's what's coming next.
See you.
Oh, that was a good one. I didn't see that one coming at all.
I have some surprises for everyone.
Some surprises?
Some, occasionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick weather check.
Yes.
A little colder outside the next few days. Second half of the weekend, Sunday, gets milder for next week.
Love it.
Thanks for spending this time with us, everyone.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.